So I'm going to show you 10 album covers that I find to be incredibly attractive. Every time I come across them in my collection, I have to, you know, take a short pause and partake in the beauty of these covers. And this is something I wanted to share with you guys. So rock with me on this one. I want to show you this. These are from my personal collection. I'm not presenting this as like a tag or a challenge or anything like that. But for those of you record guys out there on YouTube, if you dig this video, I would love to see your perspectives on the top 10 sexiest or most attractive records that you have in your collection. So let's get started, all right? At number 10, and I don't usually put things in order, but I decided, yes, I'm going to go from 10 to 1 in that particular order, and we'll just do it that way, all right? So, number 10. This is a German singer. I want to get this name right. Joy Delaney. Joy Delaney. This album is called Born and Raised. Now, let me tell you something about this record. And this is kind of pathetic, but I bought this record. This record came out in 2006. I bought it around 2006, 2007. I was in LA at Amoeba. Those who know. And I'm always looking for, soul and R&B, new stuff. And I saw this record. I remember seeing this record on the shelf. And the cover just absolutely just pulled me in. And I bought it. It was as simple as that. I mean, look at this. I got a thing for afros, you know what I mean? And although her hair is very curly, as you can see, it kind of still has that afro shape to it. I mean, what a beautiful, beautiful cover. That's the back. The pathetic part of this is there was a time when I was buying so many records at such a fast rate, I really didn't get around to listening to them right away. To this very day, I have not actually heard this record. Yeah, I know, it's pathetic. I remember it was probably 10 years, maybe 9 years before I even broke it out of the plastic. You know what I mean? And so I have heard some of her stuff online just recently, but I never actually listened to this record. But nonetheless, I had to have it because it is so incredibly beautiful. I mean, they just didn't stop with this. This is a gatefold. Look at this. Look how incredible that is. I'm showing you that right here. Look at that. I mean, and then even when you pull out the record and the record sleeves, they put these gorgeous pictures just all over this album. This woman is absolutely gorgeous. And I think this is the perfect cover for such a beautiful female like that, you know what I mean? And I love the all white. I've always liked like when there's a lot of open space, like white or a light colored album, because I collect my autographs, and this would be perfect, for getting signed if I ever was to meet Joy. Anyway, yeah, this is number 10, Joy Delaney from Germany. I saw this, that it was on an independent label. I said, I have to have it. Amoeba was one of those stores where you could go in there and see records, brand newly released records that you've never seen before. That was from who knows where on the planet. That was the place you could go and find that kind of stuff. And this was one of those records that I found. So, all right, right after this video, I'm putting it on the turntable and I'm listening to this. So, don't come at me, all right? Number 9. Now, this sister right here. This has to be one of the most beautiful women on the planet, Miss Terrell Hicks, um, from A Bronx Tale. A lot of people know her from Belly. I remember seeing her music videos on BET back in the day. And what can I say? I mean, this is 10 out of 10. It's as simple as that. One of the most beautiful, beautiful women I've ever seen. They even hooked up the back of it. You guys remember her. You know who I'm talking about, right? I don't know how much stuff she's done as far as, acting lately. I saw a recent interview with her, and they were kind of asking her how come she hasn't been as active. And I know she was saying that a lot of these directors or writer, whoever, wanted her to do stuff that she just wasn't willing to do. Even she was even saying that she didn't even want to. I think there was a body double in Belly. She was like, that wasn't me. So she just wasn't willing to do stuff like that. I don't blame her. But yeah, this sister, man, beautiful. Every time I see her on an interview on the internet or somewhere, it's just wow. She's just incredible, incredible, incredible sister right there. And she comes in at number 9. Number 8, we're gonna look at the Ohio players. Okay. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I'm going to pull out that Honey album. And, hey, I agree. It's an incredibly sexy album. But that's not the one I want to show you. And I'll tell you something about Honey. Granted, the chick is naked, which a lot of the chicks on their album covers were naked, but I remember when that came out. I was a kid, and I just remember this chick got syrup all over her. Syrup, honey, whatever. And as a kid, that did not look very attractive to me. I love pancakes, and just thought all this sticky crap all over her body. As a kid, I was thinking she's gonna be stuck to the floor. She's got all this stick. That just wasn't my thing. But it very, as an adult, what can I say? But the album I want to show you is the Angel album. And the Angel album, has this woman on there. Sorry about the glare. When I found this record, I never seen this before, but it's got like I don't know how they got this. This is like a gatefold, and there's the plastic sleeve is like a double plastic sleeve for the gatefold, and it's like really tight. I don't even know how they got this record inside of here. I wanted to take it out so we wouldn't have to worry about glare, but this thing is not coming out. Anyway, let me show you the full scale, show you why this is such a sexy album cover. I mean, look at that, sister, right there. This is just incredible. Incredible. We got the fellas on the inside chilling. They know what time it is, but yeah, this Angel album is definitely, in my opinion, the most sexiest cover of all of the Ohio players covers, that they put out. If you know, you know. I forgot where I found this. It has a little tag on here that says Andy Goulian. Maybe I'm spelling that right. Can you see that right there? Yo, Andy, I got your record. You know what I'm saying? Why'd you ever get rid of this? You know what I mean? But those that know, it's Ohio players. You can't go wrong. This is definitely number 8 in the 10 most sexiest, attractive album covers in Daryl D's collection. Let's keep going. Number 7. Number 7 was a given. I mean, come on. There's not a person on this planet that does not love Sade. If you don't find this woman to be attractive, then I just gotta admit there's something wrong in your life. There's something missing. There's some type of help or some type of service that you need, because everyone loves Sade. Everyone. And if you say you don't, you're either lying or you know where I'm going with that. Anyway, this is a Soldier of Love album. The only thing better than Sade is a backless Sade. You see where I'm coming from? Now, Sade is one of those women who she doesn't have to do anything to be sexy. She doesn't have to do anything to be beautiful. She just is. And that's the facts. She can fall down a flight of steps and she'll still do it sexy. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? All right. So, of course, Sade, I'm still waiting for the next album and the next tour. So, I know you like to take your time, but come on, we waiting for you, sweetheart. Sade, baby, all day, every day. That's number 7. Now, let's move on to number 6. Number 6, man. I had a really bad crush on number 6. And it was like a really, really bad crush. I don't ever want to have a crush like that on anybody ever again. This is back in the day. And when this album came out, ooh, oh my goodness. Yes, I am talking about Janet Jackson. And this is the self-titled album. I think this was album number, if this wasn't her, I think this was her second album. But I might be wrong. Because I remember the album where she's on the red moped. That might have been after this, though. But I just call this the Young Love album, so people know exactly where I'm coming from. Now, we all remember Janet from Good Times, and we remember Janet from Different Strokes, and that's around the time that I was like really, really in love with her. And of course, from the different TV specials that the Jacksons were on. But man, it was something about seeing her with her hair slicked back and soaking wet. Yeah, just ponder on that for a second. Yeah, Janet Jackson in a pool with her hair slicked back. Hey, that's self-explanatory, right? Every time I see this album, man, I remember when Young Love was on the radio and her performing it on different TV shows. Now, my favorite song from this album is called Come Give Your Love to Me, which has like almost like a punk rock kind of feel to it. The twangy guitar in it. That's my favorite Janet Jackson song of all time, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, I had to put her on the list. Because, hey, she's Janet, and she's gorgeous. And she's number 6 on my top 10 list. Let's move on to number 5. Number 5, this is a record only some of the heavy diggers will know about. This is the Black Ivory album from Wanda Robinson. Now, as I mentioned before, there's something about afros on a female that I just find incredibly sexy. It just reminds me of my childhood. It reminds me of the Black Power movement. It reminds me of just growing up in a time where all of these beautiful Nubian queens were just everywhere. Everywhere. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, so you know what time it was for back then. It was just an incredible time. So when I came across this album, I forgot. I don't even remember where I bought this from. I kind of think I got it at the Beat Swap Meet. Found it up there somewhere, but I'm not sure. But this has a sample on it from Raekwon Criminology. But what's crazy about this, maybe somebody can break this down for me. Like the title of this album is Black Ivory. But there's a group called Black Ivory from, I think they're from New York. And they also have a song, I can't remember the title, that has the exact same music, the exact same Raekwon sample for Criminology. So there's actually two different records that have that sample on it, the same type of music, two different entities all together. Can somebody tie that in? Does anybody know the history of that song or that sample or anything like that? Let me know if you do. Anyway, back to this cover. If I flip this over, oh, and then the fact that she's just kind of naked and she looked like she's kind of just meditating or whatever. And then we have an even better look at her face on the back of the album cover. Look at her. What a beautiful woman. And this album, by the way, is like all poetry. It's like poetry and spoken word set to music. I believe she had two albums. I have both of those. If she has more, I'm just not aware of them. But this is beautiful. I love the way they did the album cover. It's kind of got like a booklet like taped to the cover. There's an even better picture of her face. And this has got like all of the lyrics in there. Beautiful presentation. Beautiful presentation for Wanda Robinson. And again, Wanda comes in at number 5. Now, number 4 is no doubt one of the most gorgeous, sexiest Latinas on the planet. She's probably in my top 2. This is Linda Carter. You know, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman, Linda Carter. Linda Carter been fine from day one, you know what I mean? Now, this is the portrait album. Now, as pretty as this album cover is, this is not really what I want to show you. I want to show you the back of this cover. And the back of this cover is the one that really does it for me. Now, this portrait album, some versions, like the Canadian version, came with this picture actually on the front, and the front on the back. But most of the pressings, this picture was on the back. And if you're from the old school like me, then you remember this picture from back in the day. But Linda Carter, I don't think she's ever missed. I don't think this beautiful sister has ever missed on anything. Yeah, let's keep it back here. Let's just take that in for a second. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Latina sister right there. And she is my number 4. Now, number 3, this is a tough one because it's still kind of hard for me to talk about this beautiful individual right here, but she had to go on the list because I've always been absolutely in love with her. And wow, absolutely in love with this sister, Tina Marie. Tina Marie, I think, is probably the most beautiful Caucasian woman I've ever seen. She's absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. A voice like no other. And just, I've had every album she's ever owned. I don't really have to really go into, her background. You know her, you know who this is, and you know that everything that I'm saying is 100% accurate. So in love with this woman. I never got to see her in concert. I do have a flyer of this R&B concert that I went to back in the 90s, and she's on the flyer. But for the life of me, I can't remember her being there, her performance. So I don't think she performed on that particular show, but she's definitely on the flyer. I don't remember a thing about it. And I would have, because I was the biggest Tina Marie fan and the biggest Rick James fan. So to if I would have seen her, I think I definitely would have remembered it. But unfortunately, she's not with us anymore. But I still wanted to make sure that she was represented on this list, because she is definitely, whenever I look at any of her album covers, not all of them, because all of them don't have her picture, but I could have picked a few different record covers from her that could have made this list, but I think this is the best one. Her in front of the fire, wrapped in a blanket. What more could you ask for from this beautiful, beautiful human being? And she's number 3 on my list. Now, number 2 on my list. This one, wow. This could have easily been number 1. But this definitely had to be in the top 3. This is Ishi from the Zigalamaduni Arrested Development album, their second album. And I absolutely love the fact that she is on this record, on this cover, all by herself in all of her beautiful glory in front of the ocean. I mean, this just doesn't get any better than this. Here's another picture of her on the back. It's her right there. And, you know, Arrested Development, they have a knack for just putting the most beautiful sisters on their album. If I could, I want to show you a couple of their recent albums. This is For the F in Love. I'm just showing you these, you know, just to show you, you know, what kind of time they're on. Another Afrocentric sister on there. Love this cover. And then this is the Don't Fight Your Demons album cover. That's got this beautiful sister on it. That kind of looks like Speech's wife. I'm not exactly sure, but man, I just love this picture. Ooh, all that dark chocolate, the flowers in the hair. Absolutely stunning covers that they have put out, man. Just incredible. But I wanted to show you these two to show you that this is not something new for Arrested Development. But look at that one. Look at that. Ishi. Let me show you this one too, because this is another one I have, and this one I got Speech to sign this many years ago. Ishi, I need you on here. I need you right here. I need you right here, sweetie. Okay? So, I'm going to run up on you one of these days. This is number 2. Number 2 of the sexiest album covers in my collection. And number 1, it had to have been Pam Grier on the Coffee album by Roy Ayers. Pam Grier, listen, I'm not going to get into no long, drawn-out story. You already know the deal. It's Pam Grier. You kidding me? She had to be number 1 because Pam Grier, she doesn't lose. She doesn't lose. I'm still trying to run up on this sister, too, one day. Who knows? Pam, I'm looking for you, and I'm still going to ask for your hand in holy matrimony if Ishi says no. But we'll discuss that later. Anyway, this is number 1 on my list of sexiest, most attractive album covers in my collection. This is Daryl D. Thank y'all for hanging out, and I'll see you next time. I want to see some of your top 10 lists, fellas. Make a video, post it, and hit me up. Peace and love.